Hey there. It is Friday morning. It is 8:38 a.m. I'm a little late to be getting going for class, but I always have a hard time waking up and just getting going. God. But pretty busy day today. Friday is always one of my more busy days, but that's going to change in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it is a gloomy morning. 68 degrees and raining, which is very fun. very, very cool, and exactly what I wanted this morning. But today, I'm trying to think, what's on the docket today? Today we have, of course, my composition class, which, if you recall from yesterday, I finally got that paper done for, which it was due tonight, but I got it done a day early because I wanted to have plans on my Friday night. I'm probably gonna play. I'm gonna go to work, of course, and then after that, I'll probably go do music stuff with my friends. We kind of have we have like a little band group kind of thing. I've written a couple songs for that, but it's mostly just we hang out, jam, and then go get some food, which I'm not complaining, but I do wish that we would do a little bit more music stuff, because that's what I go there for. Right. I go there to do music, but anyway, I'm so exhausted. It has been a long week. So much homework to do. Plus, I have finals that I'm studying for. It's just a lot of stuff this week. Not a lot of time. I wish I had more time, but I don't, and that's okay. Because I know that in the next few weeks it's going to shift. I'm really trying to speed up how quickly I go to OSU. I'm really trying to be just quick and concise about school, and not spend any more time at C-State than I have to. And that's been difficult because I am probably the world's worst student. I have ADHD, so I don't turn anything in on time. I procrastinate constantly. I'm completely unorganized. I don't know when things are due, and when I figure out when they're due, it's already 2 weeks past when they've been due. And, it's a constant, like, painful existence when it comes to school. And I'm choosing to get my master's degree, which, what the fuck? Yeah. So I'm tired. I suppose I should discuss my mood for the day. So far, my mood is sleepy, tired, and I feel a little bit like sick to my stomach for some reason. I think it might just be like stress. I work with kids. I could be sick again. I feel like I'm constantly getting sick from that place, but there are constantly illnesses being thrown around there. So I feel like more than normal. It's kind of weird, but whatever. I started playing my favorite game again. Of course, it's Minecraft. I have so much nostalgia. I've been feeling really nostalgic for the past couple of days. Yesterday I was pretty nostalgic for like high school for some reason, even though high school was hard. Today I'm more like just nostalgic for outside of like school. Just life. Because my parents did a good job. And they did everything they could, but sometimes they were a little bit distracted. Where I just wouldn't have anything to do, so I just went outside. They just said go outside, and I did. And we had a creek by our house, and we had a big tree behind our house in our yard. And we had a shed with a whole bunch of different stuff. We had buckets, so sometimes I'd make drums out of buckets and play them. There were a lot of really good parts to my childhood. And I just kind of missed that. And I was because it was warm and very sunny, and part of my job is we take the kids outside. And so many of the kids were like, can I go back inside? It's too hot. It was like 80 degrees. I remember I went out and it was fucking 105 degrees, and I stayed out there for 6 hours. It was glorious. These kids need to go outside more, like, truthfully. Because if they're uncomfortable with 80 degrees, that's crazy. But, not to be too judgmental on school children, of course, but, God, this truck is kicking up so much spray. I hate driving when it's been raining, because my windshield wipers don't do anything. Like, they suck. But whatever. So yeah, I've just been really nostalgic, and I talked yesterday about a sense of community and like a sense of belonging and how important that is to me. And it's very important. But I think I missed some points. I think I missed the mark on some points. Community isn't about. I'm trying to think of what to say about it. It just. Community isn't the most important thing to me. Really, it isn't. Socially, not really. Community, it was important then, but now I have like adult things I need to think about. I don't know. Does that make sense? Probably doesn't make sense. I still feel like a kid sometimes. Like I really still feel like a kid sometimes. Like, being an adult is fucking stupid. Because you have all this responsibility when you're 18, which, I don't know about you guys, but at 18, I was still playing with Legos. I'll be honest with you, I'm still playing with Legos now. I love Legos. Shit, I don't know. At 18, really? Like, I get it. We can vote at 18, blah, 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 blah. Let us drink at least. Fuck. If we have to deal with the problems in the world this young, let us drink. Good God. Ugh. See, I was late Gen Z. That's my generation. I was late Gen Z. Right before Gen A became a thing, and don't get me started on Gen A. They're really an interesting group of fellas. I don't know. I'm rambling. I feel like I catch myself rambling all the time. Just ramble and ramble and ramble and ramble. And that doesn't make for... It's the worst possible thing to watch. Which, again, I'm making these for me. But I don't want to watch me struggle through sentences repeatedly, endlessly. Whatever. I didn't even comment on... this is my third day in a row. Cool. I think my trick is I'm not making a big deal about it. It's whatever. It's a part of my routine now. Always has been. Even if I trick myself into thinking that this has always been a part of my routine, then it'll actually become a part of my routine. Might work. We have to see. We have to do a test about that. God fucking damn. But yeah. Cloudy day. Moods. Nostalgic. Let's go with that. Sleepy. Sleepy. Let's go with that. I love this. I get a view of the skyline every time I get off the highway to go to school. It's just so cool. It's just the complete skyline. Columbus doesn't have that many buildings. It doesn't have that many skyscrapers. But you'd be fooled into thinking that it's a huge city by the numbers of how many people live here and how it's considered the 15th largest city in the country. You'd be fooled. You'd be here and you'd be like, wow, this has nothing. But then you realize, you can only see from a bird's eye view, you realize that Columbus is fucking huge. It spans on for miles. It is all just suburban, residential, and suburbs. That's all it is. And of course, it's it's not as big as New York or whatever. But it's huge. It's a big city. It's a big city. And of course, half of it is OSU. Half of the city is Ohio State. Which is wild. OSU is the main thing here. But shit, I don't know. Anyway, I'm here. I might do another video today. I'm not sure. I haven't decided. I usually don't. I'm probably not going to decide these things in the moment as I'm driving. But definitely when I sit down and I'm just there's a couple things that I wish I had talked about. And I'll talk about it. Anyway. Yeah. That's about it. Be nice to somebody today, and furthermore, be nice to yourself. I'll see you tomorrow. Or maybe today.